Can you see what's wrong here? Besides from the fact that there is no lamp? It's this empty wall. It's been bugging me for a bit. I just think it would be amazing to have something right here. So here's some stretch canvas. This is the last bit I have from my canvas paper. And some acrylic gesso to prep the surface. Here I'm adding some more gesso. I got it in the color cream, and I'm making sure that it gets to every corner. And then I just wait for the gesso to dry. I already had an idea of what I wanted to paint. Specifically, a girl in a sitting position. But in this case, I couldn't find what I was looking for, so I decided to shoot some poses myself. Here's a sketch of the painting I wanted to create. I sketched it out the day before, I'm pretty sure. The first thing I did when the gesso was dried was to draw the outlines with a pencil. I didn't want the painting to look too realistic. Therefore, I chose to use a variety of shades for the skin tone that had some purple, some oranges, some pinks, some yellows. I originally wanted it to be a lot more minimalistic than what it turned out to be. But I guess my hands had other plans than my brain. It's funny to see how your vision can differ from your execution. I started out with an acrylic layer first before I started working on the oil. And that's very important. Never do oil before acrylic. I was painting on the floor, as you can see, and at some point I realized that I have an unused easel that would be 10 times more comfortable to use. So I went ahead and did that. I have really been liking oil lately. I like the texture, the way you can blend it very easily, and the thoughtfulness you have to have before applying it, because if you have to paint over it, you'll have to wait a while. I use linseed oil as well for it to be able to cover some more surface. I've just put it in one of these bottles Looks nasty AF, but you know, that really works. And I blend it with the cover, and then it covers well, but it also spreads well, and it becomes easier to blend the colors. So I'm coming in here to say that I'm gonna stop the painting now because it's late. It's 9 o'clock in the evening and the light is going down. Even for summertime, the night has to come at some point, so I am leaving it here and I will continue it tomorrow, the day after, or another day. So I'll see you then, and hopefully I'll finish this one in not too long. But yeah, definitely needed more than one day on this one. Obviously, sizing and everything. But yeah, hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you next time. And I'm back again. This is obviously another day. Continuing the painting I've had hanging for a while. When you are in the middle of a process, it can be difficult to go through with it, because the final product feels like it's so far away. It's not at all looking like what you envisioned. You are at the ugly state. The stage where you can't see the finish line, where it looks too rough, and it's not refined. And you ask yourself, is it even worth it? Is it even worth continuing? Or am I just wasting my time with this one? It's not looking good now, so why would it look good later? How can this possibly be saved? I used to say to myself that I could not make a painting that I had to work more than a day on. So I would have these heaps of inspiration. I would paint, but if I didn't finish it that day, I would most likely not finish it at all. Which is a bit interesting, as I wouldn't have that sort of urgency to finish other things in only one day. One of my theories is, during the first day, I felt like I could still see the vision of what I wanted to create in front of me. But when I left it and had to return to it later, I saw too much of a gap of the vision of how I wanted it to look like and the existing piece that was actually in front of me. It became this overwhelming sensation. It's something that I'm still working on today. I started this painting in July. Although I have been busy the past few months, I also have had pockets of time where I could have been able to return to it and work on it, but I didn't. I let it go days, weeks, or even a couple of months until I returned to the painting. Partly because it was in its ugly phase. I'm not saying it was ugly, just rather unfinished, far from complete. It's something that happens with all of us, too often, I think, when we lose track of the final outcome and wonder if the work was all wasted. when we fail to see what's around the corner, the current moment, when we lose patience and forget to enjoy the process. It can happen in every area of life. But if we manage to stick with it, to see it through, it often leads to the greatest results. Or worst case scenario, we learn something from it and we know what not to do next time. If you made it until the end, I want to thank you for watching. This is how the painting is looking so far. Let me know if you would like some more painting videos in the future. I hope to see you next time.